pretty common catching one of these bad boys in Flaming Gorge Reservoir. Lake trout in the 30-plus pound range are the goal of many anglers who visit here. But the abundance of smaller lake trout of the 18 to 22-inch variety has caused higher predation of other game fish species, particularly kokanee salmon. And it's prompted the Wyoming Game and Fish Department to propose changing up a few regulations at the gorge. In mid-May, Game and Fish biologists conducted annual netting of lake trout at the gorge, weighing and measuring the fish and sampling stomachs to see what the fish have been feeding on. Green River Region Fisheries biologist John Walrath says one proposal is changing the status of lake trout at the gorge.
One of the regulations we're proposing right now is to reclassify lake trout in just Flaming Gorge Reservoir as a non-game species. And we're proposing to maintain the 1/28. So anglers that catch a fish over 28 inches can only keep one of those. And then everything smaller than 28 inches would be unlimited harvest.
The large numbers of 18 to 22-inch lake trout aren't giving kokanee and rainbow trout populations a shot at growing larger, despite stocking efforts. In the past, anglers have preferred not to keep smaller lake trout in the hopes the fish grow to ones like these.
But they have expressed interest in that they would be willing to help the gorge fishery and harvest some of these fish. Going to a non-game status allows those anglers to catch these lake trout under 28 inches and legally dispose of them if they want to.
Another regulation proposal is reducing the creel limit on kokanee from 4 to 3. If approved by the Game and Fish Commission, the regulations would go into effect October 1st. These proposals only apply to Flaming Gorge Reservoir, including the stretch into Utah. This fish here is a nice one. It's exactly the kind of fish the department hopes anglers hone in on.
A fish like this might have a quarter of its yearly diet comprised of kokanee and other sport fish. So we know just the sheer numbers of these fish can have a pretty devastating impact on all the fish that we're stocking in the reservoir.
Public comment on the proposals ends June 10th. You can comment on the Game and Fish website. In addition to allowing disposal of edible portions of lake trout and unlimited harvest, designation as non-game fish will allow anglers to sell edible portions, use artificial light to take lake trout with a spear gun, and allow collection of lake trout for use as deadbait. With the non-game designation, the department strongly encourages anglers to take care of their trout fillets and find others who would consume them. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.